What if I told you that in 6 states, retirees are legally paying zero property taxes on their homes, not reduced, not deferred, zero, and these aren't obscure loopholes or complicated offshore schemes. They are programs that exist right now, that qualifying seniors are using right now, to eliminate their property tax bills completely. Some of these states have had these programs for years, and most people don't even know about them. Others just expanded their programs dramatically. A few are implementing something brand new that has never been done before. The question is your state on this list? Because if it is, and you aren't taking advantage, you could be leaving thousands of dollars on the table every single year. Not hundreds, thousands. Welcome to Tax Hack Pro. Today I am revealing the 6 states where property taxes can go to zero for retirees. I am going to show you exactly how each program works, who qualifies, and what you need to do to take advantage. Some of these states will surprise you, others you might expect, but what they are offering is bigger than you think. Let's find out if yours made the cut, starting with number 6. Number 6, South Carolina, the double protection state. South Carolina offers something powerful, double protection. Here is how it works. When you turn 65 and own a primary residence in South Carolina, the first $50,000 of your home's value becomes completely exempt from property tax. That is layer 1, but layer 2 is just as important. At the same time, your assessed value freezes. It locks in place. Your home's market value can climb year after year. It can double in value. But your assessed value for tax purposes stays exactly where it was when you turned 65. Exemption plus freeze, double protection. Let's look at the math. Say you have a $200,000 home. Subtract the $50,000 exemption, and you are down to $150,000 in taxable value. South Carolina's property tax rates are already among the lowest in the country, averaging around 0.5%. That brings your annual bill to maybe $750 or $900. And here is the key. That amount is locked. Your assessment is frozen. 10 years from now, when your neighbor's bill has climbed significantly, yours stays the same. For retirees with more modest homes, say, valued at $150,000 or $125,000, the math can take you all the way to zero or close to it. What do you need to do? You must apply at your county assessor's office. Bring proof of age, 65 or older, and proof that it is your primary residence. Here is the good news. It is a one-time application. Once approved, it stays on your file permanently. You don't have to reapply every year, but you do have to apply in the first place. The county won't do it for you. South Carolina at number 6, $50,000 exempt plus a freeze that locks your value forever. For many retirees with modest homes, that is zero or near zero property tax for life. But the next state takes a different approach. Instead of one statewide program, they have created a county-by-county system where some counties have gone even further than South Carolina. If you live in the right county, you could pay absolutely nothing. That state, and whether your county is one of the lucky ones, is next. Number 5, Georgia, the county-by-county opportunity. Georgia does something unique. It lets each of its 159 counties set its own senior exemption programs. The state provides a baseline, but counties can add more on top, and some counties have gone all the way. Complete exemption from school taxes for seniors, full exemption from county taxes at age 62. Some counties offer both. If you live in the right Georgia county, you could pay zero property tax. The challenge is knowing what your specific county offers. If you want to know which states are cutting property taxes to zero, hit subscribe to Tax Hack Pro. We are revealing 6 today and tracking more as programs expand across the country. Here is what you need to understand. Fulton County is completely different from Cobb County. Cobb is different from Gwinnett. Some of the most generous programs are in rural counties you might never have heard of. Several Georgia counties offer 100% school tax exemption at age 65. Some offer full county tax exemption starting at 62. When you combine them, zero property tax is absolutely possible. But nothing is automatic. You have to know what your county offers, and you have to apply for it. What do you need to do? Research your specific county. Don't assume you know what is available. Call your county tax assessor directly and ask about every senior exemption program. Apply before the deadline, which varies by county. And be aware, some Georgia counties require annual reapplication. The bottom line. In the right Georgia county, zero property tax is real. You just have to find out if your county is one of them. Georgia at number 5, a county-by-county system where the right location means zero property tax. 2 southern states so far, South Carolina and Georgia. If you aren't in the South, don't worry. The next state is in a completely different part of the country, and it might be the most surprising name on this list. A state most people don't think of for tax breaks, but absolutely should. 2 states down, 4 to go. South Carolina with double protection, exemption plus freeze. Georgia with county-by-county opportunities where the right location means zero tax. Is your state next? If you are in the South, you have seen 2 powerful options, but the next state is nowhere near the South. And it offers something most people don't expect, a hidden gem that has been quietly helping retirees pay nothing in property taxes for years. The state most people overlook is next. Number 4, Alabama, the hidden gem. And I am going to guess Alabama wasn't on your radar. When people think about tax-friendly states, they think Florida, Texas, maybe Nevada. Almost nobody thinks Alabama, but here is what the data shows. Alabama already has the lowest property taxes in America. The lowest, before any exemptions, before any senior programs, just the base rates. And then Alabama adds senior exemptions on top of those already low rates. The result? For many retirees, the math works out to zero. Let me show you the numbers. The median property tax in Alabama is around $600 a year. The national median is over $2,500. Alabama is already less than a quarter of what most Americans pay. Now add the senior exemptions. At age 65, Alabama exempts you from state property taxes on your primary residence. Many counties add their own exemptions on top, reducing or eliminating county taxes. 2. The homestead exemption covers up to $4,000 in assessed value. Stack all of this together, and a $150,000 home that would cost you $4,000 a year in New Jersey might cost you $0 to $200 in Alabama. The gap is staggering. Who qualifies? You need to be 65 or older with a primary residence in Alabama. There are no strict income limits for the basic senior exemption. It is available regardless of what you earn. If you have a disability or lower income, additional programs can reduce your bill even further. What do you need to do? Apply at your county revenue commissioner's office. Bring proof of age and residency. Fill out the homestead exemption application and ask about any additional local exemptions your county offers. Most of these are one-time applications, but always verify with your specific county. Alabama at number 4. The hidden gem, already the lowest property taxes in America, then senior exemptions that can take you all the way to zero. A state most people overlook completely. 3 states revealed: South Carolina, Georgia, Alabama. 3 more to go, and the next one is the opposite of hidden. It is the biggest state on this list, and it just made the biggest move in property tax history. If you haven't heard about what this state did in November 2023, you are about to be shocked. Alabama, low base rates plus senior exemptions equals 0 for many retirees. The hidden gem nobody talks about. 3 states down, 3 to go. Is your state still coming? Because the next one isn't hidden at all. It is the biggest state on this list, and it just made the biggest move in property tax history. The largest homestead exemption ever passed. School taxes frozen for seniors permanently. A state that went from good to incredible for retirees in a single November vote. The giant that went all in is next. Number 3, Texas, the giant that went all in. And Texas doesn't do anything halfway. While other states talk about property tax relief, Texas has been building elimination piece by piece, and they are already most of the way there. In November 2023, Texas raised its homestead exemption from $40,000 to $100,000. That is the largest homestead exemption in American history. No other state comes close, but that is just the foundation. For seniors 65 and older, Texas adds another layer. An additional $10,000 exemption on top of the $100,000. And then, the most powerful protection of all, the school tax freeze. At age 65, your school tax is locked permanently. Whatever you were paying that year becomes your amount forever. The school district can raise rates, values can skyrocket, your school tax stays exactly the same. When you combine the $100,000 exemption, the senior exemption, and the school tax freeze, many Texas seniors are already paying near zero property tax. The infrastructure for elimination isn't being built, it is already built. And now the discussion in Austin has shifted. Legislators aren't just talking about more exemptions, they are publicly discussing full elimination. The sentiment is growing. Why stop at near zero when we could go all the way to zero? Multiple bills have been introduced pushing even further than current law. The governor has signaled openness to bolder moves, and Texas has something most states don't, a massive budget surplus that could fund the transition. The 2025 and 2026 legislative sessions could be pivotal. Texas has proven it is willing to act big. The question is whether they will finish what they started. Texas is already most of the way to elimination. The largest exemptions in America: school taxes frozen for seniors, legislative discussions about going all the way to zero. Number 2, Nebraska, the refund revolution, and Nebraska threw out the playbook. While other states were figuring out how to reduce property tax bills, Nebraska asked a different question. Why not just give the money back? Nebraska doesn't focus on exemptions or freezes. Instead, they created a refund program. You pay your property taxes like normal. Then you file Form PTR, the Property Tax Relief Form, with the state, and Nebraska sends you a check. For qualifying seniors, that check can be up to 100% of what you paid, the full amount, back in your pocket. In 2024, Nebraska expanded the program through LB 243. They raised income limits, meaning more seniors now qualify than ever before. They increased refund amounts, meaning bigger checks. For low-income seniors, the refund can cover 100% of your property taxes. You pay $3,000, $4,000, you get $3,000 or $4,000 back. Net cost, zero. Even moderate-income seniors receive significant partial refunds, and even higher-income retirees get something back. Nebraska keeps expanding this program every legislative session, making it more generous each time. Here is how it works. Step 1. Pay your property taxes like you normally would. Step 2. File Form PTR with the Nebraska Department of Revenue. Step 3. The state reviews your income and eligibility. Step 4. Nebraska sends you a refund check. Simple, direct, money back in your pocket. The action you need to take. File Form PTR every year. This isn't a one-time application. You file annually to get your refund annually. The deadline is typically late summer or fall. Gather your income documentation and file. If you are in Nebraska and you aren't filing Form PTR, you're leaving money on the table. Nebraska at number 2, the refund revolution. Pay your taxes, file a form, get up to 100% back. The state is already writing checks to thousands of seniors every year. 5 states revealed, but number 1 goes even further than refunds. They aren't refunding property taxes. They are eliminating them entirely. Legislation passed. Implementation underway. One state is actually making property taxes on primary residences disappear completely. The elimination pioneer is next. 5 states down, 1 to go. South Carolina, Georgia, Alabama, Texas, Nebraska. Exemptions, freezes, low rates, historic moves, and now refunds. Each offers a path to zero or near zero property tax, but number 1 isn't reducing or refunding. They are eliminating. They passed the legislation. They started implementation. They are working toward a future where property tax on your primary residence simply doesn't exist. The elimination pioneer, the state that is actually doing what everyone else is just talking about, is next. Number 1, North Dakota, the elimination pioneer, and North Dakota isn't reducing property taxes. They aren't refunding them. They are eliminating them completely. Through House Bill 1158 and related legislation, North Dakota has passed laws to eliminate property taxes on primary residences. Not reduce, not defer, eliminate. This isn't a proposal sitting in committee. This isn't a campaign promise. The legislation has passed. Implementation is underway. North Dakota is actually doing what every other state on this list is working toward. Here is how they are making it work. North Dakota has significant oil and gas revenue, resource wealth that most states don't have. Instead of spending that money elsewhere, they are using it to replace the property tax revenue that local schools and counties would lose. Schools still get funded, counties still operate, fire departments, libraries, local services, all still running, but the bill doesn't go to homeowners anymore. The state covers it. The timeline, legislation has passed. Implementation is phasing in through 2024 to 2026, and full elimination is approaching. The political support is strong because the results are real. For retirees in North Dakota, think about what this means. The average property tax in North Dakota runs $2,500 to $3,500 a year. With elimination, that becomes zero. Every single year over a 20-year retirement, that is $50,000 to $70,000 that stays in your pocket. And here is what makes North Dakota truly number 1. There are no applications to file, no forms to submit, no deadlines to meet, no income requirements to satisfy. You own a primary residence in North Dakota. You pay zero property tax. That is the goal. That is what is being implemented. Just zero. And here is why North Dakota matters for everyone, even if you don't live there. If North Dakota succeeds, if they prove that a state can eliminate property taxes while still funding schools and services, every other state on this list will have a blueprint. South Carolina, Georgia, Alabama, Texas, Nebraska, they are all watching. What works in North Dakota could spread. This could be the beginning of a national movement toward property tax elimination. The future of property taxes might be zero. North Dakota is proving it is possible. The complete reveal. The 6 states cutting property taxes to zero revealed, South Carolina at 6. Double protection with a $50,000 exemption plus assessment freeze. Georgia at 5. County-by-county opportunities where the right county means zero tax. Alabama at 4. The hidden gem with the lowest rates in America plus senior exemptions. Texas at 3. The giant that went all in with the largest exemption in history plus school tax freezes. Nebraska at 2. The refund revolution giving up to 100% back. And North Dakota at number 1. The elimination pioneer actually making property taxes disappear on primary residences. 6 states, 6 different paths to zero. Was yours on the list? And if your state wasn't on this list, don't lose hope. Many states have senior exemption programs that can significantly reduce your property tax bill. You should check what is available in your state and county. These programs are expanding every year as states compete for retirees. Political pressure works. Every state on this list got there because citizens demanded change. Today's list of 6 could be tomorrow's list of 16. Stay informed about what is happening in your state legislature. Stay active in pushing for change. And keep watching. The landscape is shifting fast. Hit subscribe to Tax Hack Pro. We track every state cutting property taxes, so you always know what is possible and where. Comment below, was your state on the list? If it was, are you taking advantage of the programs available? If it wasn't, what is your state doing, and what do you wish they would do? And share this video. Someone you know needs to see this. A friend in Texas who hasn't applied for the over 65 exemption. A neighbor in Nebraska who doesn't know about Form PTR. A family member who is thinking about where to retire. The path to zero property tax exists. Now you know where to find it. I'll see you in the next video.